Diner could also use Dark Side.
Which does...
Sacrifice own health to damage one enemy.
Dead. Why defy your fate? Is the will to live that powerful?
I don't know, you tell me.
Oh, that's all my lines. Goodbye. This is not the end. I am eternal. As long as there is life and death. I am the trope of the true evil that comes at the last second. I am eternal. After the things you care about are long gone and defeated, I will always return. Raising the stakes ever so high, yet ever so low at the same time.
What?
Are you alright?
Yeah, but look at what's happening.
So what Kuja said was true. The Aoife tree's beginning. It's a violent reaction.
What's gonna happen?
I don't know, but it doesn't look good. I doubt anyone could have survived that explosion. Maybe that sword that was $50,000 might have. Maybe we should go look for it, so that it wasn't a waste of $50,000.
No!
Captain!
They are still alive.
What? Where are they?
Over there.
The Hildegard is probably closer. You, the tall one.
Sir! Hagen, Plutonite 8, ma'am.
I didn't ask your name. Contact the Hildegard right away.
Sheesh. Yes, sir, ma'am, sir!
Please be alive. Please. Sire, we're receiving a transmission from the Red Rose. Punch it up on the main line. This is the Red Rose. You're not General Beatrix. Who are you?
Oh. My name is Mikoto. Everyone is alive. You are very close to them.
What? How do you know?
I can hear him.
Who? Prepare to land immediately! Sir!
Don't crash.
That's the Hildegard 3. Looks like Sid came to rescue us. Sid! Thank heavens. You're all safe! Come quickly! We don't have much time! Farewell, Zidane? Yeah, damn it.
What's wrong?
Why don't you go on ahead? I'll catch up with y'all later. I have to take care of something.
What?
He's still alive.
He can't be. Zidane, what are you doing?
Steiner, take care of Shanks. It's a main character thing. You wouldn't understand it. We did all the cool stuff, but I haven't done my Omni Slash yet. You know. The one that everyone's waiting for. Ugh, what the fuck's wrong with your neck, Amaranth? Jesus.
Oh my god. What? What do you mean by that?
Kuja's still alive. I can't just leave him.
This is ludicrous. Just because you two are from the same planet doesn't mean...
No, that's not the reason.
Come on, Zidane. Why are you doing this?
Because I might have done the same thing if I were in his shoes.
Ew.
I probably would have fought against you guys and wreaked havoc in Gaia like he did. I know it sounds crazy, but I know deep down inside I have to do this.
You not crazy, Zidane. But you go help Kuja, not good idea. It's too dangerous.
I can't just leave him. There's no way I could live with myself. I'm going.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. But we all have to make big decisions in life sometimes. For me, now's that time. I have to face up to it, just like Vivi did when he confronted his fears to find out about himself. That was a big decision for Vivi. I don't know about that. I don't think it was really a big deal. That's what you think. But I'm not doing this if I might not be doing this if it weren't for you. You've definitely taught me to take life more seriously. Thank you!
Oh, okay.
God damn it, man!
Yes.
Jesus Christ!
About time. We were waiting for this.
We were waiting!
Yeah.
We were not saying anything. But we were like, can Zidane, for 1 second, please just appreciate, especially now that he understands Vivi more than ever?
Yep.
Can you just say it verbally? Just acknowledge it on screen at some point. Because Vivi's the kind of kid that talking to the others, finding out about them in their moment of existential crisis, what does he do? He's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help them, but I guess I'll just go sit with them.
Yeah.
It's it's that empathy, you know? And like, Zidane literally found out he had the exact same origins.
And he was blind to it.
And he just...
the whole time.
He just no-selled it.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn it, can you just tell him? And Vivi was like, dude, I understand you now. And then we're all like, no, it's the other way around. He should be saying that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's, please.
Well, you're obviously not going to change your mind, so I'm coming with you. The principle of knighthood requires that one assist his comrade in times of need. I shall accompany you as well.
Yeah, but then they won't use the cool Omni Slash model. You guys are only there for the 4v1s. Whoa, wait a minute. Like I said, it's my moment. Don't butt in. You guys will have your own someday. Besides, you guys have more important things to worry about. Like Burmecia and Alexandria.
Yeah.
The dust?
I guess. You know there was a big hole. You saw the hole. For once in your life, why can't you be honest?
Rachel.
I can't just
but I can't.
walk away. It goes against my nature.
Huh?
You're a real simpleton. Forget it, guys. There's no stopping this fool.
What are you still doing out there? Get on board right now!
Come on. Let's just leave him and get out of here.
That guy will never change. Alright, you heard the man. Get out of here before it's too late.
Zidane, I love you! You'd better come back!
Ugh.
Zidane, I need eat more different food. I still hungry. You need come back. Take me more places. Show me more food.
I still can't believe you're doing this. You've changed, Zidane. Till we meet again.
Zidane, you've taught me another big lesson in life. Thanks.
Zidane,
Hey, Shanks, one last ass slap for good measure? One last power up, huh? Come on!
Princess, we must go.
Shanks, I mean, Your Highness. The abduction is over. I can't take you any further. I'm sorry for being so selfish.
No, you're not being selfish. You've done so much for us. If it weren't for you, I probably would have led a meaningless life. With you, I was able to see so much of the world and meet so many people. We faced many hardships too, but I think I finally know what's important. I'm so fortunate to have met you. I'll never forget our trip together. Thank you, Zidane.
Man, look at Steiner. From cock blocker to cock defender.
Cock guider.
Hey! It doesn't need to be active. It just needs to be defensive.
I'll watch, Princess.
Fucking chill. Just, yeah.
Promise me one thing. Please come back.
I think we call it a wingman, I suppose.
Wingman.
That's the term. There you go.
Bye.
I have your baby in me. Giraffe.
I will call him Zidane Jr.
Yeah. I'm a cool guy. All right. Are you actually gonna feel it? Is Kuja... Is this actually a... I hear the question, I suppose, is like, would Kuja... Anyway.
Would he turn around?
If our positions were switched. Kuja, can you hear me? I'm coming to get you.
You still have time. Forget about me and go.
Just shut up. Stay where you are.
I don't understand you.
Okay. Here goes nothing. Ooh. Oh, this one is still pretty artifacty. Yo, tree! Chill. Okay, yeah, this cutscene is not as remastered,
modded.
not as Moguried. But listen to those adventure drums. Oh, getting cocky.
What?
Whoa. Hey, oh, whoa. Posing to look cool for just yourself. Huh.
Right in the hole. Where does it lead?
Bro, this tree has no chill.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay, so you ate shit. Yeah, alright. You were cool for a second, and then you ate shit. And then you got cool again, and then you ate shit. Double down. Whew. Still alive. I guess that was pretty crazy. Hey. You alright?
Zidane? What are you doing here? I thought I told you to go.
Wouldn't you do the same for me if you knew that I was dying?
What? No! Alright, maybe.
There has been... Never mind. No indication of that whatsoever. But maybe he just felt it. Maybe the loneliness.
Your comrades were able to escape.
Yeah. I knew you had something to do with it.
I'm glad they made it.
Yeah, well, it's our turn to get moving. So somewhere in between the everyone dies if I die and you didn't win, in the final shouts, the turn came after.
I don't deserve to live after all I've done.
You got that right.
I'm useless to this world.
I didn't say it, but no one's useless. You helped us escape, remember?
After you guys beat me, I had nothing left. Nothing more to lose.
That midriff says otherwise, but...
Then I finally realized what it means to live. I guess I was too late.
Hey, don't you go dying on me, alright? Goddamn tree. That's why plants are evil, Reggie. Kuja.
What you did was wrong. But you gave us all one thing: hope. We were all created for the wrong reason, but you alone defied our fate. We do not want to forget this. We want your memory to live on forever. To remind us that we were not created for the wrong reason, that our life has meaning.
Sometime later.
Damn. What a fucking Chad. So this is Alexandria.
Whoa! Pick up the pace, will ya? I don't believe it. Vivi!
Vivi? How do you know that name?
What are you talking about? It's me, Puck! How could you forget me?
Puck?
You know, Puck!
The Prince of Bermesia?
Oh, come on. What's wrong with you? If you're not Vivi, then who are you?
I'm Vivi's son.
Oh!
Yow! Look at all the Vivis!
Let's go.
I always talked about you, Zidane. How you were a very special person to us, because you taught us how important life is.
Rachel, you're leaving soon, are you not?
Yes, I can hardly wait to see everyone.
Alexandria, I went there many years ago. How long will it take to rebuild Bermesia?
I don't care, as long as I am with you.
I love you, Rachel.
Yet he still doesn't remember our past. I just want to cherish our time right now. He taught me that life doesn't last forever. That's why we have to help each other and live life to the fullest.
It's time to say goodbye to this room. Save the Queen. You've served me well.
Oh!
My duty is finished here. Farewell, Alexandria.
Okay, where's Steiner?
50K well spent?
Even if you say goodbye, you'll always be in our hearts. So I know we're not alone anymore.
Hey.
Why are you going to Alexandria?
You're not going?
I never said that. Hey, wait!
Why was I born? How I wanted to live. Thanks for giving me time to think.
Good food not only delicious. Good food made with heart. This very important when cooking for friends. To keep doing what you set your heart on. It's a very hard thing to do. We were all so courageous.
Hurry, hurry! We gotta get there before the play begins.
There's no need to hurry. The theater ship is no match for my new ship. The new Hildegard 2 is the fastest ship ever.
Do I have to remind you? You said the same thing about the theater ship. Ahem. That's what you said, father.
Echo, what did you just call me?
Darling, she called you father.
Father, mother, hurry!
Say it again, Echo. Quack!
What to do when I felt lonely. That was the only thing you couldn't teach me. But we need to figure out the answer for ourselves.
Is that cutting back to Vivi, you think?
I don't know if it's Vivi or maybe Shanks?
I thought it was individually. That's...
Beatrix, where are you going?
Please don't ask. My mind is already set.
Wait! Listen to me! I never wish to lose you again.
Steiner.
Let us protect the Queen together.
I'm so happy I met everyone. I wish we could have gone on more adventures, but I guess we all have to say goodbye someday.
All right, you scumbags, we're almost there.
Been a long time since we saw Alexandria.
Let's give them a show they won't forget.
Yee-haw! Break a leg, people.
Everyone,
Thank you. Farewell. My memories will be part of the sky.
Hey. Come on, yeah!
Hup.
The theater ship will arrive any minute. It's been so long. I can't wait to see everyone. But it'll never be the same. I have to let go of the past. I have to move on, just like he taught me.
We don't know what she's talking about, but hurrah!
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. Our heroine, Princess Cornelia, is torn from her lover Marcus. She attempts to flee the castle, only to be captured by her father, King Leo. Tonight's story begins when Marcus and Cornelia decide to run away together. And now, Your Royal Majesty, Queen Garnet, Lord Steiner, Lady Beatrix, noble ladies and lords, and our rooftop viewers, Tantalus proudly presents I Want to Be Your Canary.
Marcus? Sweet Marcus, I fear I love thee more than I should.
Princess, would thou be happy married to a lowly peasant such as I?
Prithee, call me princess no more. Marcus, wilt thou truly cherish me, the king's only daughter? Or is such a desire too dare to wish for? After our nuptials, shall I become no more than a puppet? A mindless puppet, never to laugh, never to cry. I wish to live my life under the sky. At times I shall laugh, at other times cry. For no life is more insincere than that lived of a masquerade.
So much consideration thou hast given it, but worry not. Cast away thy trappings of royalty, and I shall swaddle thee in a gown of pure love. Never again will I part from thee. Pray, my love, make me thy canary, to keep forever in the cage of thy bosom. Let us embark on the first ship tomorrow, before dawn can tell of our elopement.
Line. All my fortunes at thy foot I lay, and I shall follow thee throughout the world.
No cloud, no squall shall hinder us. That's crazy. That's crazy.
They said the thing. I clapped when I saw it.
You pointed at the screen.
I remember. Oh, love is the sweetest joy and the wildest woe. All I wish is to be by my sweet Marcus' side. Fie! It shall be war again, unless this marriage is stopped. Ne'er will I let their plan come to fruition. Good day to ye, Highness. Good day. Wist thee of Marcus? Marcus? What news dost thou bring? This.
Oh!
Ah!
Love punch.
I was just talking about this. I was just talking about how this is impossible. Punching someone really hard in the stomach to make them pass out is so rough.
It's okay. It was okay. He got the liver.
It's brutal. It's not. They're like, I just brought this up. You just barf.
Where is she? Where's mine only daughter gone? Blank, good man, hast thou seen Cornelia?
Worry not, Majesty. I shall make sure Cornelia marries Prince Schneider. Be thou at ease. My name in the script is blank.
At ease, sayest thou? How can I rest not knowing she is safe? Could it be thou hast betrayed me? Ooh.
By my troth, sir, I betrayed none other than poor Marcus.
Thou had the gall to betray thy dearest friend. Wouldst thou not betray me as swiftly?
Oh, stay thy hand. I merely...
Swing!
Uh-oh. Ugh. Gotta cover your tracks. I merely sought a lasting peace between the two kingdoms.
The traitor is dead.
Oh, cruel fate.
You two, quickly find Cornelia and bring her here before me.
Yes, your majesty.
Wretched daughter, how dare she disobey her father's wishes? Got hit with that mono slash. The time for our departure is long past. Where is Cornelia?
Marcus, the ship soon embarks. Board ye at this boat alone, and peace could come to both kingdoms, as Blank said. Speak, Marcus.
Is that the hammer? She told me that she could not live without me. So, the sun is our enemy too. The eastern sky grows wild. We will not spread our wings as young
Bark, Marcus, they cannot wait any longer. The ship departs. For some reason, I can't press A to slow it
She
down.
have betrayed me? Nay, ne'er would my love speak false. I must have faith. She shall appear if I only believe. As the sun lends me no ear, I pray instead to the twin moons. I beseech thee, wondrous moonlight, grant me my only wish. Oh!
Wah! Bring my beloved Shanks to me!
Oh my god!
The twist!
Oh my god! Why are you stopping me?
Damn. I was about to say, not every play can be the FF6 one. But we got a twist!
Oh my god!
And instead of just coming straight to her, he had to do it in theatrical fashion. Make it wait, plan it out. For maximum riz. Oh. Ah.
Oh.
Hey.
Sedane. Why did she
you go? Why did you go? I missed you so much.
Yeah, it was kind of cool though, right?
Yeah! Woo!
Save the queen!
Save the queen!
Yeah. Big makeouts under that lens flare. Shanks is guessing.
How did you survive?
I didn't have a choice. I had to live.
I wanted to come home to you. That's probably you.
That's probably squashed.
That's probably Squaw.
So, I sang your song.
Our song.
Our song.
Okay, well,
Let's get it on. We don't give a what? What? We don't give a what? Get it on the floor. Get it on the floor.
That wasn't our song?
Not how I remember.
Oh.
Moguri broke a little bit there.
I think I heard it when I was slumming in Treno. Never mind. Never mind.
Ah, there we go.
Oh.
Oh. Uh-oh. Fight? I believe in you.
Smooth.
Ganbatte credits. You can do it. Well, the music is working.
Nice. Oh.
The lyrics to the theme.
Yeah. Yo, who is the mother of Vivi's children?
Hold up. I want to hear the song. I'm thinking to me it's pretty clear. I think Vivi went and made more of himself.
Uh-oh.
Or made more black mages. I think Vivi just made them.
I hope he turns evil then.
Like, Vivi's got parts, but he's not got parts like that. He's making more black mages with a black mage village.
Oh, it's true. You got the mist and the eggs.
Yeah. Factory was right there. We didn't destroy it.
Ooh.
So next time we hit up Distant Worlds, you can recognize this one.
And we can look at the screen when they're playing You're Not Alone.
And that's true. Vivi did take a piss. The parts are there. But yeah, I think he just built some more.
It's true, they did tinkle together.
Tinkle, tinkle. Back during your useless phase. I remember that.
Wow, we came a long way from that, huh?
I mean, there's
Double
literally
useless,
items in our
I
park.
think you said.
There's items in my backpack for letting mages not be silent, but shit.
Brutal.
Good times. Hey, she brought it back. And then she got really cool. And then the kid got even stronger and defeated the super boss.
Min is probably begging us to talk right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, I'm assuming honestly, I'm assuming it's a blow up, but I don't care. I want to hear the song. If it's a blow up, then so be it.
I love the swelling.
The exact melody and tempo of right or when it swells up to makes me kind of feel like right as it comes past this part towards the bridge, I'm expecting to hear Beauty and the Beast. You know? Da 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 da. Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Kept you waiting, huh?
There's a Japanese version. Yeah, for sure.
The final gooch, was it?
The final gooch. Gooch to the end.
Smell it.
A gooch to the past.
Smell of nostalgia.
But then, return of the gooch. The gooch rises. The gooch awakens. Yeah. There you go.
We did it. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So, ultimately, yeah, Vivi, I was on the edge of I was puckering on the edge of my seat the entire time for like, God damn it, is Vivi gonna die? That's the one thing the entire time. I'm like, and it's like, especially given the nature of what his entire storyline is.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, yes, but afterwards, you know?
After he's left something behind.
After he's left something behind and reconciled and gotten it all together. And that's pretty good. Because ultimately, yeah, like, you want to face it with the same understanding and, you know, I guess like solemn conviction that, you know, was it 264? I think. I forget the number, but the one he spoke to in the Black Mage Village.
Yeah, I forget the number exactly.
That was like having the first deep thoughts about their lifespan, you know? Yeah. That's it. He died, but more importantly, he fucking lived. Best boy. Free and easy.
Now I understand. Now I know.
Yeah. And it's for that reason that we were both just like, Zidane, can you please, now that this has happened to you and that you know your origin, have a moment to acknowledge that, you know?
Bit of self-reflection.
And he did a little bit.
Yeah.
Right at that part when we brought it up, a little bit.
Barely.
A little bit.
Yeah. But at the time when he turned on the kids, it was like,
when he was going down, like, he was going through it. He was definitely going through it, and I expect that. And then, you know, you are not alone at the end of the day. But I wanted a conversation where he's like, damn, now I know what it's like, you know, because it really is that. It's like the whole time he's consoling, you know, and hanging out. Well, not even consoling, but he's hanging out while Vivi's going through this existential crisis, and he's like, damn, that's rough. Sucks. Yeah. And now you're right there, you know? And Vivi's like, oh yeah, now I know we're similar, and I kind of wanted to see that reflected in him, you know? But nonetheless, like, again, the way they both deal with that type of feeling of mortality, it shows you magnitudes of difference between their characters, for sure. You know, again, the I'm just gonna go spend time with them is so strong. He's fucking flawless. Vivi's excellent, top to bottom. And I think that a lot of that goes to the charm of most of the cast here. I think looking back on it with the knowledge of a lot of people saying that this is their favorite, where that comes from, the memory is definitely the strength of the cast and the characters and the charm of, you know, them interplaying with each other. Definitely some get pushed more than others.
Yeah.
But you know, overall, just a fun bunch to hang out with. Pretty cool interpretations, especially of if you're looking at them as like adding personality to the FF1 jobs.
Yeah.
You know, if you're taking those classes and then turning them into people, it's a real fun cast. There's weird bits, you know, with like Kina's eating and the tribe and the I'm gonna eat you. Nah, wait. Actually, I'm gonna have a spiritual awakening. Starvation is awesome. Spiritual food, you know. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty good. I think if you were playing this as a child and this is the first FF you dove into, it would definitely leave an impact on you. Mm-hmm. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think the story of it is fairly surface. You know, it doesn't get too complex with it. Which, again, if you're young enough, that would certainly be all you needed. Mm-hmm. I think Kuja is pretty cool as well. That theme is a banger.
Can't fight the midriff.
Yeah, and it's ultimately just kind of like nihilism, you know, self-centeredness and nihilism to the end in some way. Though it does definitely pull a like true evil behind the true evil twice, and that is a move that does dilute the evil motivations in some ways, but it also allows, I guess, by there being a real god to kill, you could have Kuja have a nice like moment if you want to save him a little bit. But he gets a lot of
half redemption.
But he gets but that's the thing is like, is it truly earned? Because he gets it.
But he's at the end. He lost.
He's killing everyone. He already killed everyone, but he's killing double everyone. And then on his way out, he says, "I strike at thee, fuck all y'all." And it's only as he's falling, like he had his last couple lines, and he still says, "Nah, fuck you." But it's only really, really at the end, eyes closing, that it's like, oh, they're on the way out. Okay, maybe I can help save them with that last bit there. And like, that's so late in the game for a redemption song. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Like when Zidane was like, I have to go back for him, I was like, do you?
But I also know.
Okay, fine. This is the end. Okay, acceptance.
Yeah. But I also know that like this is when I pop in an anime or when I pop in media from Japan, I'm also expecting that forgiveness is going to be way past the limit of what I deem acceptable. So I've come to just kind of expect that there will be a higher tolerance for evil not being wiped out and smote, you know, without prejudice. Yeah, I think a lot of that is in play. I know I'm talking about childhoods here, so I'm definitely eggshelling it around Necron and how fucking stage right, last minute, pull the curtain up.
Yeah.
It's a god.
It's all because of him. The origin.
That shit's whack, bro. Come on, that shit's whack.
Yeah, we've seen that. You know, even
you know, and I feel like
even in 16 with the final like antagonist, it's just like, yeah, all right.
All it does is it
moon people.
All it does is it takes the heat off of Kuja. That's the only purpose it serves.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, yes, you also have a not Deus Ex Machina. You have a divine entity to cast all the blame onto, and in doing so, everyone else can fall into a different degrees of understandable or relatable on the extreme ends and such. But yeah, even the murderer, even the genocidal planet-killing murderer, can get a bit of saving grace, even though it's not deserved, because you've offset it with a there's no point to trying to understand this being. It's just evil. End of story. You know?
Also, what was going on with the Aoife tree at the end there?
Aoife tree was just like, I guess, fuck this being from another world, right? I think the Aoife tree was just like, fuck Kuja. Get him, kill him. And the process of doing so while, Zidane's trying to, I guess, save him or so, is he's in the way while the tree is trying to take him out. And the Jifa tree was also like, it was sticking out through both planets, right? Like, it was the connecting rod between the two and the Well of Souls and such. So, like, if he's killing it on one end, and then they're going through to the other, and it's alive, then it's like, well, fuck this thing. Understandably so.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of how that goes,
I think you've said literally everything.
Yeah.
And I just, we mentioned most of that in the hotel room.
Yeah.
That was the end. Favorite characters. You know that people are going to come to you and be like, okay, so what's your favorite Final Fantasy now?
Yeah. I think it's not necessarily this, but this is still a very I love this a
enjoyable.
lot. Going back to it, I think that the impact you get in a lot of the key moments, it depends when you put. It depends on what kind of lens you put when you're playing it, right? But I think I don't want to play this game of like
it's a horrible game.
Yeah, but I'm just being real. Like, going back to 6, I felt so much more from moment to moment in that. I just did. And you're putting yourself into the cast when you're reading their lines and going through those moments and all those interactions. So that's just real. I definitely felt that into the world of Ruin and everything that they go through. And, in this case, it felt like a much more surface level kind of tale. But the logic of the world and the souls and the idea of the two worlds coming together and shell people being containers. I want to just call them Gestalt, and Replicant. If you're for in the Yoko Taro sense, but the idea of all of that is it's interesting. I think Vivi represents the best reading on that part of the story, right? The artificial human, and then the timeline you're given and the inability to extend it and coming to terms with that. That's the best part of this game to me. That is easily the strongest aspect. Right? It's very muted. It's, you spend some time on that. There's not a ton of, there's no boss fight of Father Time to extend your life. It's just mortality and the realization that you were built and you're watching others without your, I guess, like, you have sentience and sapience, but you're looking at more robotic versions of yourself, and everything with that was wonderful. I fucking love all of that. Echoing it towards the end with the genomes was much more hollow. It didn't ring as real, and we got Garland's motivations and the understanding of, to some degree, like the Aoife tree and Eidolons and such up to that point. But it was, I think it was it was better told through the Black Mages,
I think, like, personally, unfortunately, 6 was my first one as well. Like, my first real Final Fantasy, excluding the first one from NES. But I feel like both do touch on the concept of loss in a way.
Yeah.
For every character.
Yeah.
But 9, some characters change in a way that makes sense. And I don't feel like the Zidane changed in a way that was like... At the end, he's like, yeah, I kind of understand what you went through, but I felt like that was too disconnected in a way. It was like not organic enough. Whereas when I look at like FF6, like everybody goes through loss and they change in a way. So
I think that's a fair criticism because, and that I want to put a bookmark on that, because he does grow, but it happens really quickly towards the end. But there are moments where he has an awakening, and
like at the beginning he's kind of creepy, but in the middle he's like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I'm gonna be on your level.
It's mostly by fucking up with Garnet.
Yeah.
And then going, oh shit, I fucked up.
I've been a dick. Is that
right?
When Aiko comes in and it's like, oh, is that how Garnet felt when I was talking to her?
Okay. There's multiple instances of him fucking up with Garnet and then realizing it and then flipping it around. It does again come back around in a towards the point which again he realizes everyone's there with him and that whole Garland part goes off. But yeah, it is incremental progress by comparison to the leaps and bounds of some of the party has to go through, right? I wish we would have spent more time with Steiner and his struggle, because that scene on the boat in the middle where we were like, dude, give me something to hold on to, because he's like, my duty as a knight, I have to, and it's falling apart, and we're like, yeah, that's it.
The queen is a disgusting human.
Right? That was great to see that slow, like, fuck, I did what's the right thing to do, and it took him a while to do it, but he eventually did do it. It took him a while, but it was like disc 2 when that happened, so it was like still early enough in. I wouldn't have what would have been really nice would have been just a nice moment towards the end to like cement in that he's certain of his choices. Yeah. And that he's like, I made the right decision, He acts in a way that definitely underlines it, but it would have been cool to have a focus on that point.
So even like for me, even though like in 6 and 9 the characters do change after experiencing loss, I feel like the loss is bigger in 6 for each character. Whereas in 9, like, for some characters it's really deep. Garnet loses her mother. Even though she's a shitty person, she still cares about her. She has to deal with that. And Zidane and Vivi with the existentialism, they're going through it too. Steiner with the meaning of his actions. So they all struggle in a way, but it's still surface level in a way. So I understand that this is very impactful and it's a great game. I actually loved it, FF9, but for me, 6 is still above it.
Absolutely, I'm going to agree with that, and I'm going to say as well that I say that Vivi goes deeper. I feel like that.
This is the only character that it goes that deep in 9, I would say. Because the whole time is like, oh my god, what's going on? Am I real? Are they real? What do you mean we're dying? I have a time limit? What? Like... Why? Freaking why, God? Why?
Yeah, no, that is fair. I think.
So when people say Vivi best boy, you'll play it for Vivi.
Absolutely, that's the reason.
That's why you would play.
That is the reason. For sure. Yeah, and then you got your supporting characters, and your like Sid is just a goofy fucking punchline the entire game. And like the commitment to the bit in a lot of cases is extreme. Again, it's hard to make heads or tails of Amaranth.
Yeah,
beyond the idea of like learning to work with a team.
You could erase that character,
but the idea of oh, you beat me by tricking me. Like to start with was definitely a weird way to start it. Yeah,
loser.
The crew, Baku and friends. They're cool. They're cool guys. Baku, again, I don't get why he's beating children up. I don't know.
You gotta stay sharp, man.
Is supposed to signify necessarily? But the rest of the gang is doing their thing. The band of the Hawk is all around. I mean, shit, even the little rat kid and the kid that the Vivi's hanging out with in the beginning, like, you gotta fall in line underneath a shitty kid boss. Even those little moments, like coming from that to where you end up with, it's great. Aiko's fine.
Fine.
She's the little
wild
orphan wild kid, exactly. But she had I think at first I was rolling my eyes like, oh boy, here we go. And I think that around the
Yeah, they're all pretty young, actually.
they are pretty young. Around the temple, I felt it got fine. I forgot what it's called. Oiver, around Oiver. So what was the hammer about in the end?
There's a message highlighted. You get the scene you get for keeping the hammer is just the one where Baku executes Blank. Oh, with the mono slash.
The mono slash. Okay. He wouldn't have done that otherwise. Gotcha. I see. Okay.
Shanks is happy. I'm happy for Shanks. Even though she could get a better guy.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's literally no other guy. So
There's a bunch, but that's not the point.
they're all taken.
There's no young blonde hotties, and the only midriff has been killed. So it is what it is.
By the way, 8 is the worst of them. Of the ones that I've played. I've played 6, 7, 8, 9, and 16.
I think the consensus is generally like should have been Laguna. Should have been Laguna's game.
I see. Sorry if you like 8. It's fine if you like 8, I guess. But it's... You know? It's like a X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Triple Triad,
Okay.
Gunblade,
Okay.
Renzo Kuken,
Okay.
Cypher.
Okay. Yep,
Those are cool things.
I guess.
And I think I'm done.
Yeah. There you go. I could. Yep.
Laguna's cool. Gunblades are legitimately fucking.
It was
sick.
FF8 was the first game that I finished just because it was a franchise game. Because going through it, I was like, I don't care about what's happening. And I went to the end. I didn't do the final weapon boss, the Omega weapon in 8. I just fuck it. Yeah.
I think some of the like there was also I think there was a point in time too when you travel back to it where like actually putting effort into the love story was like an unknown variable.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, well, our characters will be couple coded and we'll push them together and they'll kind of end up in a place where you can see them going steady, but we're not really going to spend much time with the concept of a relationship and or go on like actually falling into it. So I think in anytime you see like a bold step forward in that regard, it was like that was the oh shit at the time. It's like, oh, fucking actual relationship.
Yeah.
You know? Instead of just kind of like being like, well, you're a party and there's the two that would go well together, you know? But yeah. So yeah, I think that being said, there were a whole lot of like mechanics that were just like, why is that way? Why is that so obtuse? You saw them
In 9?
in 9.
Yeah.
I think quality of life at the time could have smoothed a lot of that out in ways that I didn't feel prior. So it's like it is old, but it is also things where it's like, yeah, but it didn't have to, like games like 7, 8, even 6 before that didn't have some of those weird moments of confusion and jank and invisible and mean and weird to some degree.
Oh yeah, you love the pot moving in the Ibsen castle
Sure,
where you have to
man.
move the pots.
Sword puzzle, best puzzle ever, right? Reminder that the FF6 we played was heavily changed and adjusted quality of life-wise for pixel remasters. Fair enough. Your memories of the original, is it not?
My memories of the original, I had plenty of fun with it. Yeah, I did not wish for a better quality of life playing the original.
Yeah. Look, I know that this is it's a fruitless thing to ultimately nitpick too hard, because if you're fighting against someone's childhood, you're not going to win. It is what it is there. But that's why ultimately I kind of I think its strongest points are like very, very strong, and I think that like this cast it's weird because we spent a lot of time with them, but like individual stories with them, like one nice extra dive into their resolutions would have been really, really nice. I think it does feel for most of them, except Vivi, who again down to the very credits got wonderful characterization. It does feel like they're all a little bit short of where they could be to be more satisfying. But all in all, like, that shit's sick, man. Very cool. I don't have to go down the Dissidia like clip thing. I'll check that out some other time. But I know that there's a bunch of like, now you can see these characters interpreted through the lens of modern Dissidia, pretty spell casting and voice acting and all that wild shit. So that's pretty cool. Okay. What's the next FF game we're going to tackle, if there is one? I think we've done a good bit of Final Fantasy. I think we're kind of set for a minute. Let's be real, guys. We did 6 into 9 into 16 back to 9. So we're pretty good, but yeah, FF16 DLC. Like, yeah, probably that. I was sitting and looking at Lost Odyssey the other day just because I'm like, I wish more people knew about how fucking sick this game was. But it is true that like not every moment of it is sick, but a whole bunch of it is. But there'd be some dry in the middle of it. I wish, but it's like but the same desire that everyone else has for like going back to these things, it's like, oh, if I could just like run the highlight reel, that'd be super fun. We've also definitely, been committing to a lot of long things too, and it wouldn't hurt to do a couple short things to, just change it up a little bit, cleanse the palate, have a bit more variety going on. So, expect to see some things that are a little less super long commitment, but I say this while that we want to return to Yakuza as well. Yeah, it's rough, man. A lot of the cool shit worth doing is also asks you for minimum 50 to 60 hours of your time. So, we'll see. Whatever I promise, I'm not going to promise because it's we'll figure it out as we go. I do wonder how much nostalgia plays a role for a lot of people versus just like, oh, I played it last week, it's still my fave. I wonder if there's a percentage that's like much higher, going the opposite way. I would assume so, right? I mean, for a lot of you guys who are here now, you're seeing it. So like you for some of you, you must have been seeing it for the first time since you played it as a kid, and you get to see what you remembered and what you forgot about. I did see at least one person say, damn, this was my favorite, but watching it again, I am being reminded of how much of it was really dated. I was like, that's interesting. I don't know how often that happens to you. If you have things that I think we've had this discussion before to some degree, but like things where you're like, that's a fave, and then on revisit, you're like, I was a lot younger when I experienced
Like
this.
the X-Men movies?
Oh, I mean, I was thinking something a lot more impactful than that. Not like a thing that you went, oh, it was a fun thing, whatever. What's something that you're like, yo, I really love this, and then
And then you watch it and
you're
like, oh, wow.
no one remembers the gameplay quirks of their favorite games. True, true. No one remembers the weirdest of the dungeons, the oddest of the puzzles, the bad design decisions. Everyone remembers
The big moments.
the music, the big boss fights, the payoffs. Certainly, that's true. Yeah. I mean, if you were again like a teenager and you were going through a particularly broody time, and Zidane's floating in a black space, and the friends are calling out to him.
Yeah,
That might hit.
that absolutely will hit.
That might hit.
Yeah.
Um,
Like if you're sad or if you're like lonely or going through some shit, yeah, that game's gonna fill a spot inside of you, inside your soul, you know?
but a lot of the time, like, implying like relatable sadness is something you can do, where it's like, I know that you're sad out there with what you're going through, and you see someone sad over here with something that is not super comparable, but enough for you to relate to it, so that you can pour a lot of what you are into this
there.
character as a receptacle, right? And I see when that happens, and it's like that's a super valid way to do things. But I love it when you don't even have to pour yourself in, because it's self-evident why it's that agonizing. When somebody has like been demonstrably, like, even if you weren't sad, you go through it and you're like, oh, now I'm feeling how rough it is for you being dragged through it. I didn't have to come in with that feeling necessarily. You walked me.
Yeah.
You walked me there. And we arrived at the conclusion where I'm like, oh, I feel exactly what you're feeling.
That's beautiful.
That I really like. It means so much more when you can walk anybody from zero over to that relatable position, instead of the one where it's like, okay, I can meet you halfway because I already came with a bit of my own, and I'm going to pour that in, and now I'm going to connect to this character, and I think ultimately, like, those are the characters that don't stand the test of time in the long run, because when you get a little bit older, when things are a little more trivial, when you have a little more life, and you realize that, like, the things that were bad when you've been on the planet for 14 years are so nothing compared to all the things you learn in life when you add 10 years to that, or when you add 20 years to that, you kind of look back and go, man, yeah, that really wasn't much. I just didn't live enough life yet, right? But the impact was so strong that you poured it into that moment, to that character, and you felt it that strong. But if you were to do that today, you'd be like, oh, well, show me more.
Yeah.
Walk me there, walk me there to where you're at, so that I can relate to that feeling. It's a little bit of time will make those feelings seem kind of trivial. If that makes any sense. Yeah. So, how often do the crystals get referenced in a, like, universe connecting way? It's pretty sporadic, right? It's from time to time, but ultimately no real, like, but even the interpretation of the crystals ends up being, like, different entities of that, right? Like, the mother crystals in 16 are clearly not the crystals here, which are not the things that you get in there are crystals, yes, but I guess what I mean to say is, are there crystals that, like, could debatably be the same entity, 10 didn't have any crystals. Yeah, they don't really connect in any way, right? Yeah, never quite directly. Okay, cool, just wanted to check. So cool. That means I was lied to by a friend when I was younger. Because I remember, I think it was like fucking summer camp age or so, but there's definitely this kid that was kind of implying that, like, the crystals are the connecting thread, and I remember being told that, being like, huh, okay, I guess. At that time I had played pretty much none of them.
Okay.
You know, so it's a big theory, but there's no canon confirmation of that. Yeah. Well, turn A, right? Gundam. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty hungry, so but I would be interested in seeing some Dissidia stuff perhaps next time. So
Okay.
we'll put that off.
Interesting.